Alright guys, we are on the mod page of MagicLoader 2, which may look a bit familiar. This is the same mod page as MagicLoader, but it has had a version update recently, within the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been updated to version 2, and I have talked with the mod author and perused around a bit, and I've discovered that the new version of MagicLoader is got a lot of other features included. It has compatibility with other languages as well now, so that's a huge benefit, and it also has been implemented. The GUI's been removed, so when you run the tool, there's not a pop-up menu with buttons. Instead, it just kind of automatically runs its thing and auto-detects things. And also, by default, will now automatically run OBSE 64, which is fantastic. That's great news. A great update, and I think more or less that kind of removes the need for MagicLoader Loader, which might be a bit sad because MagicLoader Loader was a great, fantastic mod. And if anybody still wants MagicLoader Loader and wants MagicLoader 2 to behave the same way as the original MagicLoader, there's also an optional configuration that we can do for that as well. But the installation instructions for updating this, there's going to be a little bit more to it than just download this and place it in the directory again, especially if you have MagicLoader Loader. At least that's what it's looking like. I do want to give a big shout out to LeastDegenAzuraEnjoyer, mod author that has made a couple of really nice mods. Was, I guess, keeping her eye out on MagicLoader, saw that there was an update, and went ahead and posted something on how to update from MagicLoader 1, which is fantastic. Great work. Thank you very much. That especially helps me with this video. I'm going to be following your instructions, but showing all of this in video format, and hopefully it's going to help a lot of people out when updating from version 1 to version 2. Okay, so let's get into exactly how to update this thing. Alright, the first thing that we need to do is I need to go to my games, go to Oblivion Remastered, pull up the game folder, and then in here I need to get rid of the MagicLoader folder. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and completely delete it. And then we also need to get rid of the MagicLoader Loader files. And those are, or at least should be, Oblivion Remastered, Binaries, Win64, OBSE, plugins. And in here we've got a couple of MagicLoader files. These four in particular. I'm going to go ahead and wipe those out. Okay. So now we're working from basically a clean Oblivion Remastered without MagicLoader Loader already installed and without MagicLoader. So now we need to go back to the mod page here. Go into the files. Don't forget to endorse, because this is definitely a great mod. And then we're going to do a manual download. So we're going to go ahead and do a slow download. I already have a manual mods folder where I keep all of my manual installed mods in one place so I can keep track of them a bit easier. It doesn't really matter where you guys download this zip file, just as long as you remember where it is and are able to keep track of it and all that. Desktop works just fine. I've got it in here just somewhere tucked away that I know where it is. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then we're going to open that folder up. And I have MagicLoader Loader and MagicLoader both right here. I'm going to go ahead and delete these old mod folders that I've got. And then we're going to go to this MagicLoader folder. I'm going to use 7-zip to extract here. And then we have this folder here. And all we need to do, hopefully you still have the Oblivion Remastered folder here. If you're using Vortex, just a quick reminder. If you're using Vortex, you can come here to Oblivion Remastered and go to Open Game Folder, and it's going to take you right here. This file path, maybe you can see it. I have the Steam version, so it's, for me, in Steam, steamapps, common, Oblivion Remastered. Make sure you're in the right directory wherever you have Oblivion Remastered at. And then we are going to take this MagicLoader folder here that we have, and we are just going to go ahead and drag it on over here. And then we have MagicLoader right there. So that is MagicLoader installed here. We have the MagicLoader.exe that we can now run as a tool. And it will, right now, kind of automatically detect changes and run the game for us when we run it, which is fantastic. But I don't know about you guys, I don't like the idea of having to go find MagicLoader.exe every time I want to run things. And also, for some of you out there, I just want to highlight something else. If you don't see the .exe extension here, it's going to be the MagicLoader with this logo here. It's all the same thing. I'm just able to see the .exe extension. So don't worry if you don't see that. It's not going to be required. It's just a setting you can have in File Manager where you can see the extensions to things. I think that's even in Options probably. Somewhere. Not getting into that right now, but just note, if you don't see the .exe, that's totally fine. Now, I don't want to have to hunt this MagicLoader.exe every time I want to run this. There's a couple of ways to go about resolving this. One of them is we can have a tool. So I'm going to come here to my dashboard and see Tools. Now, if you followed my guide already, we've already set up a MagicLoader tool. I'm going to go ahead and remove that for the all intents and purposes of this video. We're just going to go ahead and create a new tool. And I'm just going to call this MagicLoader 2. It's going to ask for a target, and if you click that folder button, it's going to ask you to track down exactly what you want to run with this tool. So we're going to go to MagicLoader and go to MagicLoader.exe. Open that up. We have command lines that we can add for launch options, I think, but I'm not going to do that for now. Right now, this is totally fine. I think it's just going to work. So we have this here, and now we have MagicLoader set up as a tool in Vortex. So if you're using Vortex, this is now how you're supposed to be launching the game. Now, when I see this, I think I'm going to just run this and not this. It's going to be very easy to forget and maybe make some mistakes as you're going. There is another option we can do that will have us running MagicLoader 2 every time we try to run Oblivion Remastered. So if we come here and we go to Properties inside of Steam for Oblivion Remastered, you can see we have a launch options here. Now previously, I had set this up for OBSE 64, and essentially what that means is it's going to run OBSE 64 every time I run the game, but we don't need that anymore because MagicLoader 2 also has that launch option, is going to run OBSE 64 for us once MagicLoader is done. So what we need to do now, instead of point our Steam Oblivion Remastered launch options to OBSE 64, we're now going to set it up to run MagicLoader. As you can see here, this is just the file path pointing to steamapps common Oblivion Remastered MagicLoader, and it's pointing to that MagicLoader.exe and just telling it when I try to run this game, run MagicLoader.exe instead. Alright, so once we've done that, now what's going to happen is when I try to launch Oblivion Remastered, it is going to go ahead and run MagicLoader. Pretty nice. It's going to get done with MagicLoader, and then it's just going to automatically try to run OBSE 64, which is fantastic. And because I see qua notifs at the top here, stacking notifications loader, I know my mods are working perfect. Alright. So I'm going to close out of here, and I just want to recap, guys, for just a moment. We have this now installed, MagicLoader. We've got it installed here. If you run MagicLoader.exe, or if you run the tool MagicLoader that we have in Vortex, or if you just run the game from either Vortex or Steam, all four of these different ways to launch the game are all going to run MagicLoader and then run OBSE 64 automatically for us and run the game. So that is some great automatic behind the scenes stuff that you can do every time you run the game. Fantastic. I love it. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Alright guys, so I mentioned earlier in the video that there is a way to get MagicLoader Loader to work if you are interested in that. I don't think that's going to be the recommended option for me, as MagicLoader version 2 automatically does everything that MagicLoader Loader would do, but I did make a promise and I will walk you guys through exactly what you need to do in order to get MagicLoader Loader to work just fine. So, if we come back into Vortex with our MagicLoader 2 tool here, when we go into Edit, you notice there was this command line option. if we do a -- followed by cook in the command line and then save it, what ends up happening is MagicLoader now just runs as a tool and does not try to run OBSE 64 or Oblivion Remastered at all. Instead, it just does its business and moves on, which is exactly what you need in order to get MagicLoader Loader to point to this and run it. So if you are interested in having MagicLoader 2 just simply as a tool, and then have MagicLoader Loader installed and running and working, then follow my installation guide for MagicLoader Loader, but you do have to set this tool up with that command --cook. Alright, hopefully that cleared some things up for you guys. Trying to get as much good information out there as possible. But I do recommend that you just get MagicLoader 2 set up. I don't think that we need MagicLoader Loader anymore, despite how great of a mod that was, and I think was good inspiration to get this version 2 where it is right now. I think that's a absolute fantastic and great thing. I like to see mod authors working together to get some really good things set up, and again, as always, guys, I really do hope all of the instructions here were pretty clear. I hope this was pretty easy to follow along to get updated from version 1 to version 2. Sorry it took so long for anybody out there who's been struggling with this for a week or two now. I didn't catch it until just now, and I am throwing this video out as fast as possible. Alright guys, thanks so much, and as always, happy modding and happy Mondays. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was very helpful showcasing this mod and showing how to install it. I'm really hoping that we can get this channel growing so that we can show as many people as possible how easy it is to install some mods and showcase some really good mods that some hardworking people come up with. In order to do that though, I'm really going to need you guys' help. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with as many people as you can. We'll try to get this channel growing, and hopefully it helps as many people as possible. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.